It promises to be a frightful Halloween weekend, from the horrible weather in the Northeast to strange demons begging for treats. So why not have a scare fest to get you in a terrifying mood? Here with their favorite fearsome flicks are film critics Michael Phillips of the Chicago Tribune and A.O. Scott of the New York Times. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Hey, we broke these horror films down into several categories. Going to begin with slasher films. Now, Tony, you chose 1978's Halloween, directed by John Carpenter.
On Halloween, I think you have to go to the go to the canon. And this was, I was young and impressionable when I saw this movie. I think I was 12 when it came out, which is just the age to be totally terrified and blown away by it. And at the time, I think it was kind of like the Paranormal Activity or Blair Witch Project of its moment, because it was very low budget, very simple, and very, very effectively scary. Partly because it put you right in the point of view, not of the victim, but of the killer, in a way that was really sort of unnerving, and is still, you know, this has been remade and sequelized to death, so to speak. But the first one still has a lot of really nasty.
Yeah. Directed by John Carpenter, which I think that film does not hold up as well as you do. I really don't. I don't think it does. I don't think it does.
Well, Michael,
it's Jamie Lee Curtis's first film. How can it not?
Speaking of holding up, let's go back to 1961, Michael, and your favorite slasher film, Psycho.
Psycho. Well, you can't.
Psycho.
No, there's no arguing that film holds up. But it's also it's bending the kind of the definition of slasher film a little bit, just to kind of go back and really talk about the film that did just shock people and completely different from anything Hitchcock had made before. It helped change and really get rid of the production code and the censorship that was going on, and it really paved the way for all this other really kind of brave new world of the 60s, where violence suddenly, you know, came out of the closet, so to speak.
And where you could kill the lead actress, you know, just a few minutes.
And
into
Psycho,
the movie.
though, I think Psycho, you see that again, and you just to see how those performances and those characters really remain completely vivid. Anthony Perkins, Janet Leigh. I mean, that film is excellent every which way.
Let's move on to the next category. That would be ghost stories. And Tony, you went with 2001's The Others, starring Nicole Kidman. Why?
Well, this is a movie that I don't think is as well known as, say, The Sixth Sense, which was the sort of the big ghost story from a couple of years before. But this, I think, is a great variation on the haunted house theme. Nicole Kidman is a mother with these two children who have this pathological allergy to light, and they're in this big house at some time in the past with these servants, and it uses a lot of very old, tried and true, camera rolling down the corridor, doors flying open techniques, but it's very psychologically intense, and it has a terrific plot twist. I won't give it away, but it really pulls the rug out from under you in a brilliant way.
Now, Michael, 1961 apparently is a good year for you because you like The Innocents from 1961.
Yes, and very similar kind of atmospheric vibe with The Innocents as Jack Clayton's film. It's based on Henry James' Turn of the Screw. Deborah Kerr plays a governess who's dealing with these two kids who are haunted by their previous governess and the valet from that house. And this, I think, is like Psycho, and it may be the only thing it really has in common with Psycho, but it is gorgeous black and white atmospheric horror with just a very great just atmosphere you can just touch. It's fantastic.
And it's just kind of creepy. You don't always know quite why it's scary. It's one of those movies that kind of just gets under your skin and disturbs you in ways that you don't.
It's a lovely film.
I'm already frightened, guys. Thank you so much. A.O. Scott, Michael Phillips. Appreciate you coming in today.
Good to talk to you.